Hello, welcome back to our Lockpick. Alright, let's move on. No, we were still at World 7, weren't we? Yeah, I'm pretty sure we were still at World 7. Okay. Well, let's keep going at it, I guess. Alright. Be a long walk there. Alright, we have 3 more levels to go. Not sure how this is gonna turn out. Hopefully not horrible, but we'll see. Alright, wreak havoc. Oh my, okay. It has presented itself, the fabled Star Master Key. It doesn't really roll off the tongue well though. Let's try the more literal word. Gold Star Key? Oh yeah, that carries the weight and importance of this key for sure. So what will you do with it? Alright, I understand. So doing this, I basically can open every door. Obviously I don't want to do that, I guess. I need to end up with all 3 pure keys. And I need the Ani roll, so I need 5 gold for this. Okay. And well, obviously there are a lot of doors that I definitely just can't open. So like, why is it bad if I open them? I don't know. I might as well just open them, right? Yeah, I think I might as well just open them. The only issue we're trying to resolve here is to get to 5 green. And yeah, only the purples will ever get us there. So every other door I can just open, like, straight up, I think. Except the pures. We also can't open pure doors with master keys. Whoa, did you see that? I just fell through everything, like... How do you do this? Yeah, that is... that works out really well. Oh my goodness, that is satisfying. I don't know if I want to ever stop doing that. Okay, so... It seems like there's a certain order to things I have to do. It seems I need to get to 5... I need to get to 5 green, which can only be done via these... These doors, I guess? I need at least 5, and that's it. Okay. Well, to even start with any purple, I have to go through one whole chain to start. And I'm fairly certain I have to do that. None of these doors will ever respond to anything right now, right? Yeah, so I have to go through one full chain before we can do cool stuff. I see a sign flip here. I see a bunch of color changes. But I don't quite see what really works out here. Okay, so the ones with the green outsides, whatever it should do to purple, it does to green instead. So these subtract, right? They do subtract, which is bad. We want to unsubtract, we want to add. So this one subtracts a negative value, which means add. Okay, so does this one, and this one. All the negatives are the ones that add to green. I feel like we want to aim for those. So like definitely this is something I don't open just yet. Except I can't actually go into this unless I have -4 purple keys. So there must be some other way to get the at least -4 purple keys to start, I think. This adds, which is kind of bad for purple. Okay. So to get to, well, since we know that -4 isn't the first thing we open, my instinct tells me that this isn't the first thing I open either. But how would I figure that out? I don't know. Yeah, none of these doors do anything unless I have some keys to work with. If I went through the sign flip first, I would stay at 0. And we'd still have nothing to work with. So I am fairly certain that our first step has to just be this, and we don't have to keep doing this, right? Or is there some weird issue with that? I don't know, but it seems like what happens next is this, which is forced. And then I have to open this with my master key. And then I can't do this right now because I need a negative number of purples. But I can get to -2 green by doing that, which will bring this value to 3 purple, right? Yeah. Okay, and from here I can get to -4, which is incorrect here because this requires purple. Okay. Well, we're clearly not doing very well right now. I can see that with -4 green. I don't quite know what I can do here. Yeah, none of this really brings me to a good number. If I just did this... Whoa. Whoa, we don't want to do that. This brings me to -5. No, this brings me to -3 because it adds. Okay, well there's clearly something wrong there. Yeah, so there are very few ways to get to 5 keys at all. Like, it has to be via these negative bicolored doors, I think. Specifically, at the very least, it has to be one of these 4s plus something else. Which means that this cannot be something I open with master keys immediately. Because otherwise they've all gone and then there's no way to get to 5, I think. And like, similarly, if I went down here first, right? I still have 0 of either color, so I can't do anything. Which makes me think that... I think I'm right by saying that this is the first thing I have to do, is just go through this entire tunnel. I think. And then from here things get interesting. But still... everything seems forced at this point. Right? Like, what else can I do here? Okay, so, like... okay, past this point is where I start to have some choices. I could always have master keyed through some stuff beforehand, but I think this is the only way to really get the numbers this polarized. Okay. I suppose that's the idea of sign flipping, but to even open one of these I have to have -4 purple. So you have to get to 4 purple and sign flip, 4 purple and sign flip. Which at this point I don't even think is possible. I could grab this and this though, that would be fairly interesting. That brings me to 4. And... I guess in doing so, doesn't this just win? Because the -4 will be cancelled out by this negative green door. Then the -4 can open both this and this, bringing me to 5. That's it. Okay. Accidental solve. That kind of happened quite a bit. But okay. I'm gonna wait on the new music here. I'm expecting more music to play. Right? In the day cycle? Did I ever mention... I really don't remember. Did I ever mention how this level with a day-night cycle is also the level that introduces bicolored doors? Which is interesting because both involve double colors. Maybe not. Anyway, I forgot what this was called. Sorry. What's it called? Transferal. Okay. Transferal. The brown key, curse, interestingly, affects doors which need an aura effect to be opened. Ooh, I used both effects just now. Yeah, you did. Effects and effect. Okay. The reason for this is that the auras simply prevent a door from being opened, but not necessarily from having its properties changed. I hope that makes enough sense. Okay, so then the issue probably with grabbing that right now, I can demonstrate, is probably that by doing this, I'm forcing that to turn brown. Yeah, and there's no way around it, I don't think. I can go as slow as I want, but yeah, it kind of even goes behind the clouds a bit. So yeah, right now I can technically stand here, but the moment I walk forward, that's it. Okay, so I see right now it is technically possible to open this with white. Because there are, what, 14 white keys here? Actually, there's 2 more here, so that's 16. Is there a reason I don't want to open with brown? Well, I suppose I need a red key to unfreeze you, definitely. This will affect brown how it affects pink. And must be open, so this is essentially a -4 on brown. Whether I brown this or not, it's a -4 on brown. And so, in effect, the one with the E, the effect, in effect, there will be only 9 brown keys for me to use, which clearly can't open this, and there are no master keys anywhere. So yes, it is not good to brown this guy. Yeah, because there's a forced -4 brown we have to collect. Okay. Interestingly, this is the only bi-colored door. I wonder what's the difference between... Oh, yeah, no, the difference is that this requires 4 pinks to open. I was gonna ask what the difference between this and a -4 brown key was, because they were the same in effect. But no, you need pinks to open this, so there you go. Okay. So therefore we will need 12 white to open. We either collect both this and this, or we ignore one and collect everything else. Okay. Oh, I have an idea. This brings us to a negative value, doesn't it? This will be able to unbrown a door. Ah, okay. So in that case, it's no longer true that we can't walk in here without brown. That we can't walk in here with brown. We can, as long as in the future we go negative and unbrown you. Okay. That's a possibility. I'm thinking that might be actually what's used, because I don't think I've ever seen another level use the negative aura before, so quite excited to see it in use for the first time. Anyway, okay. We have 10 pinkies, plus 2 here. 10 of everything else. I'm a bit tempted to, like, look at total key counts here. This 12 pink is so suspicious. I feel like this has to exist only to clear out brown. Right? I don't know, because if it cleared out pink, like, what in the... How... I don't know. Yeah. Also the bottom here... 6, okay. 4, 3, 2, 2, 2. There's a lot of assumptions that aren't necessarily true here, but yeah, the existence of brown keys messes a lot of my ideas up. Although I do realize the bottom is interesting in that this requires brown straight up, 0 brown straight up. And so with 0 brown I can walk through, but because I cannot collect brown any further after doing that, I need brown to open this first, and then I need 0 to open this. The pink and orange must be approached with 0 pink and orange, I think. Yeah. That is not true for this cyan, because you can brown this and then later open this up without any browns left. Again, we said it is okay to walk in here with brown. So with that said, there might be reason to believe then that I don't use all cyan keys. I leave some alone. But we must eventually use all orange and all pinks. Which is really suspicious, because how am I going to use all pinks? Look at this. It's only that. That's the only way to use all pinks. Oh, so that is a pink door. And it's 12, which corresponds to how many pink keys there are. Every other pink door has to be browned. I don't know if there's a certain color that I should... Oh, that's not a very nice color. It is brown though. I guess I can mark those. Okay, but this is all under the assumption that I collect the white key here. Might not be true. Might not be true. It might be possible that I just opened that, but assuming we do collect this, what assumptions or what can we say? Well, for orange, there are exactly 10 orange locks in the entire level. 6 plus 2 is 8 plus 2 is 10. So all of these are pure orange. You open them with orange only. Which means there must be a certain, like, order to things. Okay, well, I mean, in that case, I can probably start by opening this door. Okay, so... If it were true that I went in here with brown and I negatived after that, I must collect this first, followed by getting rid of almost all of it. And only then collect this with at least 4 pink to go down to at least -1. Okay. However, this blank cyan door would have some restrictions on us if we turned it brown. Which is... we need to enter here with exactly 0 brown. Positive doesn't work and negative doesn't work because it undoes this. So assuming that we turn this brown and we don't go down to 0 cyan, that is what happens. So I need to brown you, leave, go down to 0, open you, and then leave, go to a negative value, and then open this. Okay. Could I potentially go down to 0 this way? Well, there are ways to do it. Obviously, I have to open this at some point to get the brown keys. I think I have to do it now. So where can I lose 13 brown? We know there's already 4 here that I have to lose. There's 1 here. And 1 here. That is 6 out of 13. That makes me very suspicious of this 8, which adds to 14, which is barely not enough. However, we could in fact ignore the 6 here if we are assuming we're collecting the 6 and everything else. Okay, in that case we still need 7 locks to get rid of all brown keys. I in fact do see 7 locks, which are just the cyans. Actually, this one could also be browned as well. But because that's an odd number, to get to 0 of it, we must take the only door left that is odd, which is this one. And after that we need 4. I'm assuming that we need this to be browned, because we only have 1 red key, which we can never use to open this anyway. And then, I don't know, this one can be brown as well. I'm assuming it has to be. It's either this or this, and I don't think it really matters. Yeah, because what's behind it doesn't have to be brown, so this doesn't have to be browned. Alright. Well, that looks like the 13 that we have to open. Yeah, I know we'll brown that, but we can always unbrown it later. Oh, we're missing 2 more? Oh yeah, the 2 more from here. Okay. So with that we can brown... hold on. We need to brown this door first. Go down to 0. And then unbrown. Okay, I can now open this and this. I can also clear out this. And at the same time grab this. So now with those 12, I can do that. I can also do this. And yeah, this should allow us to go through the entire bottom section. Wait, we are not done yet because we still need to unbrown ourselves. We need to negative aura ourselves, which will undo the brown here, which is okay. everything should be fine up to this point, I believe. We go on to 0, 12, 0 pinks like that. Oh, wait a minute. No. But before that, we have to open this first, of course. Always missing out on some things. Okay, but this should be good enough, I think. Yeah, 0 orange, 0 pink. At least 2 cyan. Yeah! Okay. Sweet. Alright, I like that level. And this is the last one, system. Oh, this one's special. I've beaten this before, and I will tell you, this one is special. Yeah, it's special. Well, this looks complicated, huh? Even if you understand it, it still might be hard to solve. Remember that backing out is an option, and so is writing a formal complaint to the puzzle designer. Which I won't, because I've solved it. I think I need to start by explaining what this is trying to ask of us. And then solving the puzzle from there. The way I solved it to start, the first time I solved it, the way I solved it wasn't super elegant. So I'm going to try and see if I can derive a more elegant way to solve it this time. The level title is a hint, by the way, in case you want to figure it out yourself. So, here we have up to 8 of each key, and we can select any amount of each key. We can also sign flip to make them negative. So we have a value going from -8 to +8 for every key. And that is a choice we have. But once we enter here, we cannot change that value because we can't jump up that high. I'm just gonna confirm that. Yeah. Okay. So after that point, our key counts for these 3 colors are completely locked. At this point, we can choose to either go through this or this, which will either, for this one, add this to our white count or subtract cyan count from our white count. Here, it's the same for orange, but we do it twice. And here, it's the same for purple, but we do it 3 times. And then what ends up with that is we'll have 17, and then we have 0 immediately after that. So after going through all 3 of these steps, we must have exactly 17 white. Then we repeat that process here. Then we need to get to exactly 2 and have 0 left. And then when we walk through here, we'll do the exact same steps, and then we'll end up with 17. Exactly 17. Yeah. Okay, so the first deduction that you could probably make is that you can't enter this area with 0 keys of any color. It's not a useful deduction, I don't think, but it is one you could make, because you obviously have to go through blast doors of every color. So you can't enter here with 0. But more importantly, this resembles the multiplication system that we learned before. Crap, I keep pressing the wrong button. It's backspace to exit level. I don't know when, digits on display? No. Key maze, no. Is it up here? No. Oddities. No, I think it was 5. Okay, that's great, because 5 was the last thing I looked at. Oh, was it not? Oh, maybe it was this one. It was up here. Yeah, I think I get it. This one, I think, yes, is the introduction to multiplication systems. So the number of blast doors here basically multiplies the count in red and adds it to cyan. So, for example, this will add 48 to cyan, bring us to 50. And so if you understand this, press the wrong button again, you will understand that all the way back here, you're looking at several multiplication systems. This is 1 times cyan, this is 2 times cyan, this is 2 times orange, and this is 3 times purple. This is 1 times purple, 2 times cyan, and 3 times orange. And so yeah, each of these steps, basically, I should have figured this out a lot sooner. First time I saw this, I got very confused. But you should realize that what they're asking of you is to find some combination that results in 1 times cyan plus 2 times orange plus 3 times purple equals 17. 1 times purple, 2 times cyan, 3 times orange is 2, and 1 times orange, 2 times purple, and 3 times cyan is 17. Essentially. Obviously, the blast doors make things a whole negative, positive, confused kind of. I don't know, but yeah, and I think like this idea is very well thought out. There are a lot of extra elements that you might need to consider. Like, the first time I saw this, I was not super sure that this will work because it seems you have two options. You either go through the top or the bottom, but that is not true. You really only have one option because your key count will always either be positive or negative and never both. So meaning that when you go down here, you really only have one option for each color. So the idea of these three equations is still the exact same. Yeah. And it really works out very well. You can't go back and change your value. So you can't, for example, go up here, collect 3 oranges, and then collect more oranges down here. Even though it looks like you can, because by getting up to this point, you will already have went through all of these oranges. So you couldn't have collected more when you're up here. So yeah, because of that, it's forced that you need to solve this equation as well. So that's really cool. I guess I'll write the equations down. Let's just do this really quick. So here we start out with 1 cyan, which I'll use the letter C, 2 orange, which I'll use the letter O, and 3 purple is 17. Now, there might be some confusion in the values here. Like, is this 17 or is this actually negative 17? Because you're subtracting, right? You're subtracting 1 cyan, subtracting 2 oranges, and subtracting 3 purples. I don't think it matters. If you tried to solve this system with equations and all the numbers were flipped, then whatever answer we get, we just flip it on the colors that we take. So if cyan ended up being a 2 in this, if cyan ended up being a 2 in this solution, then instead of collecting 2, we just collected -2, and that should be fine. So yeah, I'm just gonna write down these equations. The second one is purple plus 2 cyan plus 3 orange equals 2. And the last one is 1 orange plus 2 purple plus 3 cyans equals 17. And now to solve this, this is very easily solvable. The answer is, just go online and find out what the answer is, because they have calculators for that online. But I'll try and solve this manually, just so I can do it. So, I mean, the easiest thing to do to start is some sort of substitution. Here we can write C being 17 minus 2 orange minus 3 purple. And I might as well just do this here, because I can do it. Okay, so we start with C equals 17 minus 2 orange minus 3 purple. Hashtag is line break. Okay, there you go. So that means that if we substituted that into the next line, which I do for convenience, C is 17 minus 2 orange minus 3 purple. Oh, don't. Okay. And then plus 3 orange is 2. Okay, now we expand that out. P plus 34 minus 4 orange minus 6 purple plus 3 orange equals 2. Now we simplify everything, so negative 5 purple minus 1 orange equals negative 32, I think. Flip that around. Obviously not necessary, but I'll still do it. Equals 32. Now we turn orange into the subject. 32 minus 5 purple. Oh, I hope I'm doing everything right so far. And then we substitute that back into the first line. And the reason why I'm doing that is to put that on to the third line, so we can do things a bit easier. I want everything to be in the same variable. So C equals to 17 minus 2 orange, which you know is 32 minus 5 purple, minus 3 purple. So expand that out, 17 minus 64. This is kind of getting big already, but don't worry. This is not 5p, this is 10 purple, minus 3 purple. Again, getting quite big, but don't worry about it. So 17 minus 64. Let me think about this. Hold on. Should be negative 47. I was gonna plug that into my calculator to see if I'm right. 17 minus 64. Yeah, minus 47. Minus 13p. Okay, now we put all of that into the final equation, which is 1 orange, that's 32 minus 5p, plus 2p, plus 3 cyan, which is minus 47. Oh god, that is huge. Minus 13p equals 17. Okay, now expand 32 minus 5p. I don't do any simplification yet. I want to purely expand this so I can keep track of everything. So this is minus 141, I think? Let's just check. 3 times 47 is 141. Yes, I'm correct. And then minus 39p, I believe. Okay. Now, hold on. We still need to equal 17, of course. Now simplify everything. As for pink, sorry, purple, it's minus 5 plus 2 minus 39. That is minus 42 pink, purple. Okay, and then this is, oh jeez, 17 minus 32 plus 141, which gives you 126. And resolving all that should be 3. Yeah, it is 3. Okay. So P or purple is negative 3. Okay, and I'm putting that into the previous equations. This is C, which we know is minus 47 minus 39. Whoa, that's huge. No, this is negative 3, so it's plus 39. Yeah, there you go. That makes a lot more sense. This should be 8. It's actually negative 8, but it's the same thing. And finally, orange is 32 minus 5 times negative 3. That's not right. That's 15. Oh, I did my math wrong here. 32 minus 5p doesn't add up. Oh, I definitely made a mistake here. Everything else worked very well though. Hold on, I'm just gonna re-look at my equation. Orange is 17 minus 2 purple, which is 2 times negative 3. Minus 3 times cyan, which is 3 times negative 8. That is 47. Ugh. Okay, well, I definitely did something wrong here. That orange is 47. Clearly not what I'm looking for. Are my equations wrong? Hi. I don't even know where to put this. Are my equations wrong? Orange, purple, 3 cyan. Purple, 2 cyan, 3 orange. Did I misread at any point in time? This is a little bit hard to read because the O and the C look the same a little bit. I solved it right, I think. Uh, Cyan, 2 orange, 3 purple. I definitely solved it right. Look, I'm just gonna put this into a calculator to check. Simultaneous equation calculator. Oh my goodness, they have a scanning function. Should I use that? I have the puzzle written out right here. Although I kind of doubt that the uh the thing will be able to read it. Yeah, it is not gonna read it. Alright. It's kind of hard to enter a problem though, but I'll try. Oh, I can't. Oh, I can. Hold on. Okay. This is gonna take a while, so. C plus 2 O plus 3 P equals 17. There's no comma. This is kind of not really... Oh, there's a comma here. Okay. Just don't mind me, by the way. You can try and solve on your own, I think, in the meantime. I'm just keying this in. I'm not really bothered to edit the footage out. There must be some reason I didn't solve this right. It might be because I am actually forced to use the negative values, but I don't think it changes anything. If I had negative 17, negative 2, and negative 17 as my answers, I feel like nothing would change. Okay, O plus 2P plus 3C equals 17. Solve. Oh, it solved it. Okay, well, I guess my answer was definitely wrong. I need to go and figure out exactly where in my steps I made a mistake here. Okay, so the first step was to isolate C, which is what I did. I plugged that in. I simplify it. And then I isolated O, which gave me 32 minus 5P, which is correct. Substitute that in. This is maybe where I went wrong. Yeah, this is definitely where I went wrong. So substituting that in, I should be getting P to be 7 somehow. Okay, so where in the world have I gone wrong here? I got everything right up to the point where I had to get... Where I isolated O. I gotta put that into the equation now. Okay, so... C equals 17 minus 2 times 2 is 64, right? Yes. Oh, this is plus 10. It's not minus 10, I think. Is that where I went wrong? It is definitely where I went wrong. Okay. Understandable. Well, that is very unacceptable by me. Stupid mistake, honestly. This is minus 47, as I said. And then we have... This is 7p. Yep, okay. And then plugging that back in. This is C, right? Yeah, C. So we plug that in, which will state that O... No, we're doing this in P. So O is 32 minus 5 P plus 2P plus 3 C, which is negative. I feel like I'm veering off again. Did I make a mistake again? It was 17. This is 32 minus 3P. Okay, no, this looks a lot more correct, so I will say. 3 times minus 47 is 141 as per usual. Then this is minus 21p this time. Okay, this looks a lot better. And then moving everything to the side, 17 minus 32 plus 141 is still 126. Then that's 24. Okay, so minus 24p equals 126. Yeah, that's definitely wrong. Uh-oh. Oh, because it's plus. Oh my goodness. There you go. Why do I keep making these mistakes? Here it's plus 21. Is this correct now? I don't know. This is 18. 126 divided by 18 is 7, yeah. So P is 7. Okay. I'm just gonna write that down really quick. This is 18 P equals 126. So P equals 7. So orange is 32 minus 35, which is minus 3. And then cyan is minus 47 plus 49 is positive 2. There you go. That's it. Ah, yeah, okay. Long list of steps here. But the answer you'll get is this, this, and this. Here's my question. Do I need to flip those values? I did say I need to flip those values, but I'll try not flipping those values just to see if it'll work. I'll just, you know, grab the values as raw values. So here we want negative 3. And then we want 2 cyans. Okay, let's see if this works. So here I'm forced to go this way, this way, this way. Yeah, this makes me a negative 17. So I do in fact have to flip all my answers, which I can do. Okay, so 3 orange, 2 cyans. I will flip this and this instead. And we should be good to go now. Yeah, okay. Negative 7 purple, negative 2, 3. Correct. And here, this, and this. Yeah, alright, solved. A horrendous system of equations. Can I still move? I can't move while I'm in pencil drawing mode. Pencil marking mode. But yeah, what a system of equations. Really, I should be ashamed that I didn't solve this right the first time. But it's alright, we got it. Horrible, honestly. But yeah, that's it. That is World 7 completed in its entirety. So yeah, with this done, we can now move on to World 8 finally. I don't think Kina has anything to say to us. No. Maybe when I go to World 8 and figure that out. But yeah, this means we'll probably end the episode here. World 8 is this way, which is called the Edgestone Cliff. Yep, we'll go there next episode then. Until then though, hope you guys enjoyed the video. See you guys next time. Bye bye.